Hey everyone, it's Kris McCullough here. Today we're going to talk about something that's probably sitting right under your roof, quietly getting more valuable every single day: your home equity. Think of it as your home's personal savings account. You've been diligently paying your mortgage. Maybe you've done a few upgrades. The market has been kind. Now you've got a nice chunk of change locked away in the walls of your house. But what good is money if you can't use it? Dreaming of a gourmet kitchen that would make a celebrity chef jealous? Looking to consolidate some pesky high-interest debt? Finally starting that business you've been brainstorming for years? Your home equity can be the key that unlocks it all. So, how do you get your hands on this treasure? It's not like you can just knock on a wall and have cash fall out, though wouldn't that be nice? You have to borrow against it. This is where many homeowners get a little nervous, and I get it. We're talking about your biggest asset, your home. But with the right strategy, tapping into your equity can be one of the smartest financial moves you'll ever make. It's all about understanding your options and choosing the path that aligns with your goals, your budget, and your life. It's about turning that on-paper wealth into real-world opportunities and doing it with confidence. The two heavyweight champions in the world of home equity are the Cash Out Refinance and the Home Equity Line of Credit, or HELOC. Cash Out Refinance, Home Equity Line of Credit, or HELOC. You've probably heard these terms thrown around, maybe by your neighbor who just built a stunning new deck. Alright, let's kick things off with our first contender, the Mortgage Cash Out Refinance. The name sounds a bit formal, but the concept is straightforward. Imagine you have a mortgage and you've paid it down a bit. With a cash out refi, you trade your old mortgage for a bigger one. The new loan pays off your existing balance completely, and the extra amount, the cash out, is handed to you in one glorious lump sum. It's like restarting your mortgage, but you walk away from the closing table with a big check in your hand. So why would you do this? It's the go-to for a big one-time expense. Let's say you need $80,000 to build that two-story addition you've been sketching on napkins. A cash-out refi gives you that exact amount up front. Now you have the funds to hire the contractor, buy the materials, and get the job done without piecemeal financing. You get one new mortgage, one single monthly payment, often a locked-in fixed interest rate. Your payment won't change. Predictability is a beautiful thing, isn't it? You'll typically need at least 20% equity. Lenders want to see skin in the game. They'll usually let you borrow up to 80% of appraised value. Home worth $500,000? You owe $250,000. You have $250,000 in equity. A lender might let you borrow up to 80%. That's $400,000. After paying off your old $250,000 mortgage, you could walk away with $150,000 in cash, minus closing costs. That's some serious firepower for your financial goals. The process is very similar to when you first bought your home. You'll go through an application, an appraisal to determine your home's value, and underwriting. There will be closing costs, typically 2 to 6% of the new loan amount. These can often be rolled into the new mortgage so you don't pay out of pocket. A cash-out refinance is a powerful tool, especially if current interest rates are lower than your existing mortgage rate. You could get the cash you need and lower your monthly payment. It's the ultimate win-win for homeowners with a clear, singular financial mission. Now, let's meet our second contender, the Home Equity Line of Credit, or HELOC. If the cash-out refi is a one-time lump sum, the HELOC is its super flexible cousin. Think of it less like a traditional loan and more like a credit card that's secured by your house. Instead of getting a big check at closing, you're approved for a specific credit limit, say $100,000. You don't have to take it all at once. In fact, you don't have to take any of it until you need it. It's a revolving line of credit you can draw from, pay back, and draw from again, all for a set period of time. This flexibility is what makes the HELOC a fan favorite for people with ongoing or unpredictable expenses. Maybe you're paying for a child's college tuition over 4 years, or you're tackling a series of home improvement projects one by one. You can pull $20,000 for the fall semester, another $15,000 for a bathroom remodel in the spring, and so on. You only pay interest on the amount you've actually borrowed, not the entire credit line. This is perfect for those who want access to cash just in case, but don't want to start paying for it until they use it. It's your financial safety net. A HELOC works in two phases. The first is the draw period, which typically lasts about 10 years. During this time, you can borrow money as needed up to your limit. Your monthly payments are usually interest only, which keeps them nice and low. It gives you maximum cash flow flexibility while you're funding your projects or expenses. Once the draw period ends, you enter the repayment period, which can last up to 20 years. At this point, you can no longer borrow from the line of credit, and your monthly payments will be adjusted to include both principal and interest. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. We've talked about what these loans are, but let's talk about what they cost. This is where the decision-making really gets interesting. With a cash-out refinance, you're generally looking at a fixed interest rate that's very competitive, often close to the rates for a standard home purchase mortgage. As of late 2025, you might see rates in the 5 to 6% range, depending on your credit score and financial profile. The stability of a fixed rate is a huge plus. You know exactly what your principal and interest payment will be every month for the next 15 years, 20 years, or 30 years. No surprises, no guesswork. However, that stability comes with higher upfront costs. As I mentioned, closing costs for a cash-out refi can run anywhere from 2 to 6% of the total loan amount. On a $400,000 refinance, that could be anywhere from $8,000 to $24,000. These costs cover things like the appraisal, title insurance, and lender fees. While you can often roll these costs into the loan itself, it's still money you're borrowing and paying interest on. This is why a cash-out refi makes the most sense when you plan to stay in your home for several years, giving you enough time to let the benefits of the new loan outweigh the initial costs. Now let's flip over to the HELOC. The beauty of a HELOC is its low barrier to entry. Many lenders offer HELOCs with no closing costs at all or very minimal fees. This makes it incredibly easy and affordable to set one up, even if you just want it for emergencies. The trade-off? The interest rate is almost always variable. It's tied to a benchmark rate like the prime rate, plus a margin set by the lender. So if the prime rate is 8.5%, your HELOC rate might be 9.5% or 10.5%. If the Federal Reserve raises rates, your HELOC payment will go up too. This variable rate can be a little scary for some, but remember, you only pay interest on what you use. If you have a $100,000 HELOC, but you've only drawn $10,000, your payment is based on that smaller amount. During the interest-only draw period, this can keep your payments very manageable. You gain incredible flexibility and low upfront costs, but you take on the risk that your interest rate could climb over time. It's a classic trade-off. The cash-out refi offers stability at a higher initial price, while the HELOC offers flexibility with potential long-term rate uncertainty. Theory is great, but let's see how this plays out in the real world. Let's meet two families, the Jacksons and the Garcias. Both have great credit and about $150,000 in home equity. The Jacksons have a dream, and it's a big one. They want to completely gut and remodel their kitchen and add a master bathroom. They've met with a contractor. Total cost, a firm $90,000. They want the money all at once to pay the contractor in stages, and they want the peace of mind of a predictable monthly payment that won't change. They also noticed current mortgage rates are a full point lower than their existing loan. For the Jacksons, a cash-out refinance is the clear winner. They can refinance their mortgage, pull out the $90,000 in a single lump sum, and possibly even lower their overall interest rate. They'll have one simple mortgage payment to manage, and they can budget perfectly for the next 30 years. They plan on staying in their home for the long haul, so the closing costs are a worthwhile investment. They're playing the long game, and the cash-out refi is their perfect chess move. Now let's look at the Garcias. Their oldest daughter is starting college next year, and they'll have tuition bills coming twice a year for the next 4 years. They also know their roof is about 15 years old and might need replacing in the next couple of years, but they aren't sure when or how much it will cost. They love their current mortgage rate, a rock-bottom 3.25%, and would hate to give it up. They need access to funds, but their need is spread out over time and involves some uncertainty. For the Garcias, A HELOC is the perfect solution. They can get approved for a $125,000 line of credit without touching their fantastic first mortgage. When the first tuition bill arrives, they can draw just enough to cover it. The next semester, they do it again. If the roof suddenly springs a leak, they have immediate access to the funds to fix it without a panic. They're only paying interest on the money they actually use, which keeps their costs down. The flexibility of the HELOC allows them to navigate life's planned and unplanned expenses with ease, making it the ideal tool for their situation. We've covered a lot of ground today. The one-and-done power of a cash-out refinance and the nimble flexibility of a HELOC. By now, you should have a much clearer picture of which path might be the right one for you. Are you a Jackson with a single, massive project on the horizon? Or are you a Garcia, navigating a series of expenses over the next few years? There's no single best answer, only the answer that's best for your family, your finances, and your dreams. The most important step is the one you take next, reaching out for expert guidance. My name is Kris McCullough, and I'm a retired Marine-turned-loan officer. Discipline, strategy, and a commitment to the mission are in my DNA. My mission now is helping people like you achieve their financial goals through smart mortgage planning. My team, the KDM Team, has built a reputation for being the one-stop shop for funding loans, especially the tough ones that other lenders might shy away from. We're licensed in multiple states, and we're passionate about turning roadblocks into stepping stones on the path to your dreams. We don't just see loan applications. We see families looking to build a better future. Making a big financial decision can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. The worst thing you can do is get stuck in analysis paralysis and do nothing. Your home has been working for you, building equity day after day. Now it's time to put that equity to work. Whether you're ready to apply or just have a few questions, my team and I are here to help. We believe in education first, so you can move forward with total confidence. We'll run the numbers with you, talk through your goals, and give you a clear, honest recommendation. I invite you to connect with us. Find me on Facebook, check out our educational videos on YouTube, or follow our journey on Instagram. You can learn more and start the conversation at my website, krismccullough.com. Let's explore your options together. Let's figure out if a cash-out refi or a HELOC is the key to unlocking your next chapter. Don't let your dreams just stay dreams. Let's get to work. Let's build something amazing, and let's get you funded. I look forward to hearing from you.